Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to a great edition of It's pouring rain here in California, in Beverly Hills, Bel Air, and I'm going to go hiking. I love hiking in the rain, in the mud. I'm going to get all fucked up. I don't care. So anyway, what a great morning. A lot of stuff to trade. Just a lot of small cap was moving everywhere today. I mean, geez, every 5 seconds a halt was coming on something. People chasing things, but money was made. For us, we've really put together a really good game plan. I was really proud of what we did. Got a 97% rating from the great traders in the chat room. Stocks are still moving as I'm talking. PANW is heading to 222, 223. Roku's just kind of, you know, grinding right now. Boeing hit our target, now fading back. It is the day before Thanksgiving, so a lot of the floor is empty um, at the stock exchange. But let me go into a few really good trades that we did today, and I think you'll be really happy. Okay, so we're going to start with some small caps garbage. SFET this morning had an earnings beat, former runner, nice volume this morning. However, AJ felt this would be a short. The reason why I felt that, I gave my reasons in secret sauce for all the great traders in secret sauce, and I went over it in detail. And I felt the stock would plummet to 750 and under and sell off. So I wanted everyone to short the stock. There was no long in it unless the stock hit a certain number with a certain buyer. If the buyer didn't come in, there was no reason to long the stock. FFHL was another great stock this morning. I'll put these side by side. This was gapping up a $1.20 on earnings. I felt that this was not sufficient enough. I felt the stock would sell off to 365 from $5. The stock ended up closing out at 270, dumped 50%. So let me show you these two. Okay, FFHL, and the other one was SFET. All right. So as you can see how we put those together for the chat room, and what this means is you could have taken really good size and been able to. I'm sorry, my dog wants to be next to me. She wants to be hugged. Okay, so this was the short right here at 520 this morning, and then this sold all the way off to 270 in just a matter of I'd say about 90 minutes. And then this one was SFET. Again, we were not a buyer unless we hit 11. Then we could take it to 12 or 13. If no buyer came in, lower lows set in, which they just did. Slam stock came. I'm looking at 750. Stock ended up coming down to $6.77. Really a true great play if you're into small caps. This would have been great money making trades. Another one that we did today was GES. GES came out with earnings. They were not as bad as some investors were thinking. A lot of overreaction. I looked at that myself and made the decision it was a long. I called that a long at 18, room to add to 1750 if it pulled, and the stock would go all the way to 1875 and fill the gap, if not more. As you can see, the stock went all the way to $20. Great 2-point trade if you took it. 1,000 shares, $2,000 for the morning. The next trade that we did today was a stock called let's have to see it. Yes, Keys was a really good play today. I'll show you this one. Now Keys was gapping up over here. I'll show it to you. They were gapping up considerably, about almost $4 a share. After reading the report, I felt that the stock would gap fill, so I told everyone to start scaling in short at 108.50, add room to 110 if it came. Stock would gap fill back to 106 and under. As you can see, the stock came all the way down to $104.30. The next one we did on our list was a stock called Vive. Now, what I did on Vive was this morning was I read the report. Again, it's all in the report. If you really study what they're saying in the earnings report, and this is where the joy of being in Awesome Calls Trading, because I teach you how to read an earnings report. I dissect the report so much, and then I give you a little bit of lessons what you do once you read the report to confirm that the stock will sell off. This is such an incredible trade in the room that, you know, even if you don't have a large account, you could have took about 10, 20 shares. with like 5,000 or less buying power, you could have participated in this trade. I want you to look at it. First of all, I want you to look at the notes I gave on Vive. Very proud of this call. I actually told you to start shorting at 166. I wanted to pop to 168, and I knew that you were going to get at least a 160 or under trade. What I'm telling you is you're going to make 5 to 7 points. The stock will sell off. What I read, what I studied tells me that stock will not hold and it will not run today. It'll be a massive sell off and it will gap fill. You see the gap fill 159.23. I'm actually saying 160. It should gap fill. And if you look, ding, 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 ding. There's your 168 entry, or 166.50, and then 168, and then just a pull down all the way to 147. Imagine, imagine this trade if you had 50 shares at what, 5,000, 6,000 buying power, or you had, even 25 shares at what, 4,000 buying power. 25 shares would have paid you $200 in just a matter of a few moments. I mean, this was a great, great trade. Next one we did this morning was Boeing. Haven't traded Boeing in a while, and the reason for that, I don't really see if there's massive gap down or gap ups, I will play the stock. So with Boeing, this morning they had news from Seattle Times about how they were stress testing their fuselages, which is what they're supposed to do. So they just reported that one of their fuselages snapped during the stress test. Well, as I told the chat room, I'd rather have it done at the stress test here on the ground than 30,000 up in the air while I'm in the car, while I'm in the seat. Don't stress test me up there. All right, fix the problem, figure it out. And it's on a 777 air, not a 737. So, you know, to me, it's a long 368. Add down to 367 if it pulled. Take the stock up to 373. I wanted to fool the gap fill. Ended up hovering around 300, almost 372. Really a wonderful trade. Next stock that we did today was Roku. Solid winner in the room on the short side. I picked this up this morning. I determined that this gap up should be sold off and come down. I didn't think it'd come down this much. I'll be real with you. I thought the double bottom was right around here at 162. I called the bottom to be at 163.50, as you can see on Roku. I called it right here at 163.50. Stock ended up pulling all the way down. I wanted everyone to start shorting at 166.90, room to 168. I spelled it out. Just let it pop at the open. Don't worry about it. Stock did a fat finger at 168.85 right there, and it just plummeted since. It's never seen it again. It's now sitting at $160 a share. This was a wonderful trade. Everything was written, explained why it was a short, and during circuit swaps, I really, 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 really go over that step by step. So that's our pretty much our recap today. We did Dell, we did Deer. Deer was a good trade today. PANW was on my little watch list today. This one I wanted to come down to 218, flush out, and then have another move to the upside. I figured it had one more day of selling off, and it actually came down a little bit lower than I thought, hit down to 215. So yes, this would have traditionally shook a lot of sellers out. I actually took a loss in this trade live in the room. I'm not, I got all of it back because I stayed firm on it. I knew what it was going to do. I was just I thought the bottom was in right here at that 218, 219 mark. I felt, okay, this is where we're going to curl. And it just, a seller came in and he just ripped me down. I got out, he ripped me again. I got out, finally found the bottom. I was very comfortable with it. And I just walked it right back, got all my money back and was green. I was determined. I was down $700 on this trade live in the chat room. But as you can see, if I had stayed in it, I'd be up $3,000. So, sometimes if you just let things just go, there was absolutely, I just didn't see any reason for this significant sell-off. But, you can't control that sometimes. It is what it is. And, you just get in there and you know where it's going to go. Just get that money back. So anyway, that is today's webinar recap. And I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to all of you out there. Those of you I don't even know, those of you that listen, I'm really proud. I have, you know, it's a slow growth, but I have over, I believe, um, 574 subscribers. I mean, I'm not no model. you know, I just do charts and a voice and talk about what I do. And hey, thank you, subscribers of YouTube. I thank you very, very much. I didn't start doing this until I think January or February. I think it was February I started doing it. And I'm very proud of what we built here. But anyway, happy Thanksgiving to you. Be blessed, be well, enjoy your family, and I will see you on Friday. We trade half day on Friday, and I can't wait. And we're going to be awesome. All right, take care.